La-di-da-da, can't lose weight unless you're sweating, blah, blah, blah. Hey guys, Dr. Bobby Striker here with Flow Physique Factory, and clinic is in session. Today we are talking about sweating and water. And I'll tell you, no joke, I've literally gotten into arguments with people at the gym. Small gyms, mind you. Go to the big gyms, I'll probably get beaten up. But the small gyms I've been to, there have been occasions where there have been clients who've been trying to turn off the air conditioning so that they can get a good sweat on. Yeah, literally, they'll come dressed in weird outfits, sweatsuits, look like made out of foil and stuff, and look like they're from outer space. Like, no one knows what's going on there. And then they'll come in, don't check with anyone. Yeah, they didn't ask me, they didn't ask the other guys in the gym. They went straight to the air conditioning unit and turned it off. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's already so hot in here. It's Singapore. You know, it's 30 degrees every day or more. And then like, oh, but if I don't get a good sweat on, it's not a good workout. I won't burn any fat. And I've literally gotten into arguments with people like that. So I want to lay down some truths today. The reality about whether sweating a lot bears any connection to how much fat you're burning. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so off the bat, sweating. I'll just tell you straight away the answer. Sweating does not mean that you're burning more fat. Not at all, okay? It just means that the temperature is hot. Literally, that's pretty much all it means. And it means your body is overheating and your body is trying to cool down via sweating. That's all it means. Now, the human body, it can only function within a pretty narrow kind of temperature range. That's why regardless of whether you're in the North Pole, whether you're in the middle of a burning desert, whether you're exercising or whether you're at rest, the core body temperature will always be roughly around 37 degrees centigrade. Yeah, that's the average kind of core body temperature. So there's this thing called homeostasis. Your body basically has all these kind of mechanisms in place to make sure that your internal environment, you know, your circulation, your blood chemistry, your working temperature, everything is in kind of like optimal working environments and conditions. And temperature is one of those factors. Your body can only function if your body temperature is within quite a narrow range. And so there are systems in place to regulate our internal environment. That's what we call homeostasis. And sweating is simply one of those methods, one of these mechanisms that our body has to regulate our body temperatures to prevent overheating, hyperthermia, we call it. So how much you sweat actually bears no correlation to how much fat you're burning in a workout. It only shows that your body is hot, that you're basically hot, you're in a hot environment, it's a hot temperature. Literally, that's all it means. You'll probably sweat more by sitting in a sauna for 5 minutes than you would working out for 45 minutes, doing weight training, your typical gym routine. You will sweat more in 5 minutes sat in a sauna. But I'll tell you now, you will not burn as many calories sitting in that sauna. You will definitely burn more calories during your workout. So again, how much you sweat bears no correlation to how many calories you're burning, okay? Now, the next thing, which kind of goes hand in hand with sweating, is that water is very important for the body. Of course, sweat is mostly water, and when you're sweating, you're losing fluids from the body, okay? And remember that your blood is mostly, in fact, water. So if you're sweating a lot and you're losing more and more fluids, what actually happens is that your blood circulating volume, the actual circulation, the circulating blood volume decreases. And to compensate for that, your heart actually starts to beat faster. Yeah, this is known as cardiac drift. Yeah, when your blood volume is less because you're sweating, you're losing water and fluids from your circulation. Every time your heart pumps, the amount of blood that comes out, that stroke volume is slightly less. And to make sure that your body's still got enough oxygen and blood going around to all the vital organs and it's meeting all your body's demands, metabolic demands and all of that stuff, your heart has to start working harder. It starts working faster. Yeah. And the more you sweat, the more you dehydrate, the faster your heart's going to beat. And eventually, you're basically going to become exhausted and you probably won't be able to continue working out. Worst case scenario, you might even get like a heat stroke or something. So remember, being in a hot environment, that's making you sweat a lot. That's not going to help you in terms of your progress. Dehydration impairs not only physical results and performance, but also your mental performance too. And research actually shows that if you lose anywhere up to about 2% of total body water, that's enough to impair your aerobic performance when you're exercising and performing physical activities. So what should you be doing? Well, instead, you should be working out in a cool environment. Yeah, a cool environment that allows you to avoid dehydration so that you can then push yourself harder, work out longer, and that's how you're going to burn more calories. Okay, so that's pretty much the bottom line. Okay, when you exercise, you lose fluids through sweat. The more you lose, the faster you're going to get exhausted and dehydrated. That's going to impair your physical performance. It's going to compromise your performance. It's going to limit your performance in the gym. So if your aim is to work out hard, burn a lot of calories, whatever it might be in the gym, if that's your target, you want to burn calories to lose weight. You want to be able to work out for a good amount of time at a good level of intensity. But if it's so hot that you're dehydrated and fatigued and sweating and all of that before you can get anywhere near that level of physical performance that you could do in a cool environment, you're robbing yourself of valuable results, especially when it comes to weight loss. Remember, those gimmicks out there saying, come and go into the sauna, or go for heat therapies where they're putting your body in a chamber and people are making weird claims like, oh, I lost 1 kilogram of weight in this one session. Yeah, you're losing 1 kilogram of water. You're dehydrating yourself. And dehydration comes with risks, yeah? Not just in terms of your physical performance, your mental performance, but it can actually cause kidney damage, yeah? It can cause serious kidney damage. It can dehydrate you. There are people who dehydrate themselves purposefully, like for activities, bodybuilding contests, movies, TV shows where they have to be topless. Go and YouTube what Hugh Jackman did for his topless scene in The Wolverine, the one where he's in Japan. He'll tell you, I think he did something crazy where he didn't drink water for a whole day so that he looked really lean and shredded. You might look like that, but you're going to be putting yourself at serious risks, okay? And remember, he was already in great shape when he did that. It's not like he dehydrated his fat away to look like the Wolverine. He just did that on the day of the performance to make himself give that extra slight edge, yeah? It's not going to help you with your fat loss goals. How did he get into shape? He worked out. He did all the usuals, calories in, calories out. You can't get away from those basics, guys, okay? So that's it, guys. Next video, we're going to be talking about something that goes hand in hand with this. It's like, how do you balance this? We're going to explain how to gauge how much water you should drink during your workouts to plan effective hydration. You can't just guzzle down bucket loads of water to try and counteract the fluid loss from sweating and dehydration during exercise. That is also gonna lead you into problems. Okay, guys? So in the next part of this water and sweating series, we're gonna break down how you can gauge how much water you should be drinking and how you can get your goals faster. Remember, that's what we're all about. We want you to get your goals. We want you to do it safely. We're gonna give you the truth. None of this bogus malarkey about sweating your way to a six-pack. It doesn't exist. All right, guys? So I hope you've liked this video. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Drop us a comment down below. Follow us on all our social media channels. And we'll see you all in the next video. Don't be late for your appointment, guys. Bye.